Hi and welcome to Nick Whale Motorhomes. I'm Andy and this is the 2026 model WildAX Pulsar Mk2. It's a 5.4 metre chassis and it's 2.05 metres wide. Now, the 2026 and late 2025, there's not that much difference because they were just changing things over as you got to the end of the model year. But the beauty of this vehicle, more so than anything else, is 5.4 metres, you can genuinely use it as a sort of a day-to-day vehicle. Now, if we take the height out of the equation, the reality of the situation is the footprint of the vehicle isn't much different to an estate car. So unless you're going under excessively low bridges, you can pretty much take it anywhere and go to the places you can go to in your car. You've also got 4 travelling seats in this bad boy, which again is quite rare for a vehicle of this type. It works in so many different ways. It's a very comfortable van and there's quite a lot of interior space in it for something of this size. You do tend to lack a little bit on storage, but something's got to give, and that tends to be, with most smaller van conversions, what goes. But layout-wise, it works particularly well. Now, on the outside, you can see it's in R10 grey. It is a bit wet, but it's been raining and it's cold. You can see just up on the roof there, we've got your awning and we've got your Wi-Fi aerial. You've also got a solar panel and a TV aerial up there. 140 automatic, Fiat alloy wheels. You've got these lovely new WildAX graphics on the side. We've got your water fill just there. We've got your fresh water drain just underneath. Electric hookup point just here. What is particularly impressive with WildAX is that they do give you a reverse camera, and on your media center it's a lovely big screen, but they also give you reversing sensors. So from a safety perspective, they're getting you from both angles, which is a really nice little touch. Now, for anybody who's not aware, WildAX sort of went away from underslung gas tanks and gone quite a long way away from gas. So bar for your cooking, you don't really use a lot of gas in a WildAX, hence the reason why you only need space for 1 gas bottle in there. On the opposite side here, because we have your bathroom at the back, we've got your cassette toilet just there, and we've got your awning brace just here. As we come round, we've got the flue for your heating just here. And again, as I say, you've got your awning, you've got the large awning light just up above. We've got the graphics. Let's have a look inside. Now, when I was talking about the layout and saying vans of this sort of ilk, with a lot of, say, 5.4s, if you're looking continental, you'll have a fixed bed across the back and you have a bathroom in the centre and you have a very compact living area at the front. The beauty with this is we've got a really, really good living area. So like I say, you've got the 4 travelling seats. Captain seats obviously both swivel. Now, we've got full cab lines. Media centre is huge. We've got climate control air conditioning. We've got traction plus. We've got hill descent. As I say, it's an auto gearbox. What's also nice on this one is we've got electric folding mirrors, which again, most models out there at the moment still haven't got that. So from a cab perspective, we've got you pretty much worked out. You've got everything on there you're going to need, including a couple of large cup holders for that big cup of coffee when you're on a long journey. What's also nice is you've got these spots, and you've got these all over the van. But what you can't see really that well, but I'll show you when we get further in, is you've got USBs in all of these. So again, you've got somewhere to charge up your phone, doesn't matter where you are. So again, you've literally got USBs all over this van. Now, the other thing I really tend to like with WildAX, and it's a simple thing, is when you're traveling, you want a nice upright seat. But if it's pouring down a rain or it's freezing cold outside and you're stuck in your van, you really don't want a nice upright seat because it's not the most comfortable. You can obviously change your driver and your passenger seat and you can recline those, so it's not an issue, but your passengers don't get that choice. But you do in a WildAX. And the reason for that is you've got these handles, both sides. So if we just want to recline it slightly, we pull it and we can lock it down into a different position. So just around about there. And then again, you can see it's just far more comfortable if you're relaxing and you're chilling out because you can't go outside. The other thing, of course, is we can make this into a settee if we want to. So we just slide that down to there. That pops in. And then there are 3 sort of backrests in this van. One of them has a hard wooden back. And that's because if you want to make this into a transverse bed, that goes into the centre. But if we want to use it as a settee, well then we just pop it across there. So again, we've got a nice side settee if we want it. So you've got a lot of flexibility in here. The other thing, of course, is you'll notice you've got 3 holes in the floor. That's because we have 2 tabletops. And you can put those wherever you want. So for argument's sake, if you're dining, you'll put the 2 poles in there and you put the 2 tabletops here. You've got that nice space for dining. If you just want the coffee table, it just fits into the floor there. Tabletops are just here. And you have another one behind this seat, just there. Now, you can also use these as 2 single beds or as a transverse double. So if I want to use it as a single, like I say, you've got an extra 2 of these cushions. And to be perfectly honest, you'd only need those cushions if you're going to be using it as 2 single beds. Otherwise, you just don't take them along with you. But they will just go, let me just move this one out of the way. And get it out the wardrobe. Now, the problem with these cushions is, like I say, it's brilliant if you're having 2 single beds, but they do take up your wardrobe space. So that's where they tend to live. I mean, you could put them in the washroom if you wanted to, but like I say, because they are quite big, it does sort of gobble up your space when you're there. But as you can see, I mean, I'm not the tallest. I'm not going to put my feet on the upholstery for obvious reasons, but it's really quite doable. So you can do that and you can sleep 2 people really quite comfortably in here as 2 single beds. The downside is you've got to take these extra bolsters with you, which is a bit of a pain. But as we've already said, it's a 5.4 metre van, so something's got to give. And that tends to be your storage. So I'm just going to pop this back into the wardrobe for a second. Which is a bit fiddly. And like I say, you've got 2 of those. Now, if we want to make this up into a double bed, well, it's very simple again. We just unhook here. This one slides down. There you go. Drops into there. That slides into there. Just pull that back down a little bit. Then there's a bar that just sits on the front, which I'm not going to get all that out at the moment. But basically, this one with the hard back just then slots across the centre and slots into there. And you can see it's a big bed. Now, because you've got the 4 travelling seats, let's say you were going and you had I don't know, a child or a grandchild with you, you'll sleep 3 people quite comfortably on here. So it does work very, very well in that respect. Like I said, the great thing is it gives you a lot of flexibility in the layout, and that really is worth its weight in gold. So I'll put this one back up. And so Mia can get in the van. I shall pull this seat back up as well. There. Now, when you come on inside, you'll see we've got storage just up above here. We've got the Wi-Fi unit in there. And of course, we've got the 12-volt control panel over on this side. And your battery control panel just up there. That shows you what you've got in there. Also, you've got your tank heaters and your lights. We've got good cupboard space on either side. And of course, you've got blinds, fly screens running throughout, and you've got the fly screen on the habitation door just there. But I'm just going to get you to tweak and there me so you can see you've got the USBs on these reading lights, and they're all over. So the one thing you're never short of is a reading light. Now, up here, that there is the thermostat for your heating, and your main control panel for your heating is just up here. It's a diesel and electric unit. Now, that's great in a small van conversion when you're going to be travelling around quite a lot, because you've always got diesel in the thing. You know, you'll get diesel at any garage, so it means you've always got heating. And it won't allow it to drain all out of your system, so don't worry. It's not going to literally use up all your diesel and leave you stranded. Now I'm just going to knock that off for a moment, because otherwise it'll trip out, because it'll think we're trying to fool the system. Underneath we've got more USBs and we've got a 230 volt socket. Now, even in a compact van conversion of this size, obviously your kitchen here, we've got your sink there and we've got your hobs just there. But what I want to show you really is we've got more work surface. So you've got work surface running along. Now, it's not massive, but for a 5.4 metre van, it's really quite impressive. What's nice as well, of course, is we've got the window directly behind here. So again, if you are cooking, you've got all the fumes going straight out through the window. It's a little touch, but it's nice. Same as we've got the lights going underneath. And like I say, we've got your reading light just up here as well. So again, you've got the spot on there. More storage up above. And below this work surface here, of course, we've got your compressor fridge. And a good size it is with your freezer box at the top. As I said, 3 gas hobs just there. We've got a mixer tap, which just runs over your sink, and you can see, obviously, put that just on there so you can drain down as well. We've got your chopping board underneath. So you've got your oven grill. When you are using the grill, just pull your heat shield out. That stops the heat from coming up and mounting your controls. Just remember when you're done to pop it back in. The reason being is it's a great height to catch your trousers on. And if you're walking past, quite easy, because I've done it myself, is you catch a pocket or something and you've got a hole in your trousers. Pop it back in. It shouldn't cause you any trouble at all. More storage underneath, and you'll see you've got gas drop holes just underneath there. So again, they're underneath the gas appliances. So if you do have a gas leak, God forbid, gas is heavier than air, it'll drop down and it'll go underneath the van and it'll disperse rather than build up within. Small drawer there, but again, it's just a great use of space. It's there, you've got the space, so use it. More storage in here. Underneath the sink. This one, it is a small area just there, but again, it would be because that's the opposite side of where we've got our gas locket. Now, as I was saying, the one thing that you've got in here, that's where your 2 legs are kept for your tables. You've got good storage there and good storage there. But the issue tends to come with the fact of, and this is with any van conversion, especially at 5.4 metres, you're going to make a compromise. Your compromise here is if you want to use the 2 singles, you've got these really stay in your wardrobe. You could pop them in your bathroom when you were travelling, but obviously they take up all your wardrobe space. Now, if you're going to be using it as a double, it's not an issue because you've got your side settee there. You can pop that one on. But it is just something to be aware of. Whatever you're going to gain, you're going to lose something else. And to give you the ability to have 2 singles means you have to take these with you. We have a mirror just here and a little pocket there to put your bits and pieces. And then, of course, we have your washroom. Now, what is nice in here is obviously we've got your mirrors. We've got your cassette. That will swivel the toilet seat so you can get to the most comfortable position. We've got more storage just behind and above. Towel rail here. When it comes to your shower itself, the head just pulls out from the tap and that just locks in there. It's compact, but it's 5.4 metres. So you give it any more space and you're losing all your living space. What they've done, and they've done exceptionally well, is to put the space adequately for the front, for the kitchen, for the bathroom. So there isn't one area where you feel really compacted and hemmed in. For 5.4 metres, it is an absolutely fantastic layout, and you can see why it's done so well for WildAX over the years. So there you have it, the 2026 WildAX Pulsar Mk2. Really hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to come and see one, I'll always check we've got one first because I wouldn't want you to waste your journey. Hopefully we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.